Hey, g'day guys, Adam from Video Show Me How, and no DIY how to today because we're going to check out the new one from Tuff Terrain. This is their brand new 270-degree awning. If you've been following along on the channel, you know we are well and truly underway in fitting out our triple door canopy. So we needed a bit of an awning on here, so we're checking out the new one here. We're going to do a full walkthrough. We're going to open the thing up, have a good look at it. I've only used this a few times, and so far it's been pretty cool with a few little hidden secrets that this thing has. So if you're in the market for a 270-degree awning, or maybe you're looking to upgrade the one you already have, this could be the video for you. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, I got this one from Outback Equipment. There is a cheeky little link in the video description as well with some bucks off. I've got a bit of a discount code for subscribers of the channel, so you can check that out down below or at my website, VideoShowMeHow.com. And this is it. This is the full 270. So dimensionally, it comes in fairly compact for the size. It is recommended for the 270s that you do have your last leg needs to be right down the end, so you got plenty of stability with the hinge. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Now, I've got this mounted up to the top of my 1800. This is the new 1800 canopy that we're currently fitting out as part of the DMAX final build. Check out that playlist if you haven't already, but this you can see for size wise right on the end there, and it comes to, I don't know, maybe a foot or so just in front of the in the canopy over the cab. So overall pretty good dimensionally. If we sneak down the side and have a look, it sits in there quite nicely. The bag wise, it is a full sort of poly type bag, sort of vinyl material, and it is pretty hardy stuff as you would expect. Big boy zips all the way around, and I like that how they've kind of got some protection for the zips in here. You can kind of see there's a flap on the front section just to give it a bit of protection from the front, but then also down the rear there's some extra flaps to cover up the zip section as well. So just a bit of extra protection if you're going down some trails, sticks, branches, that sort of stuff, to give it a bit more protection. Around the other side here for the moment, because it does come with a full kit, and here is everything you get. It is super comprehensive. You do get a couple of extra poles. There's an extra 3 poles in here that we'll have a look at in 2 seconds when we set it up. You do have all your pegs. They're a decent quality peg, none of these tiny little thin ones going on here, so you got a bag of those. You even get a little 13mm ratchet spanner, which is pretty cool. That is to work with the couple of different mounting options. You do have a full bag of bolts, of which I've used a whole bunch, as well as some channel nuts if you're attaching this to a flat rack. But then you also have our U-bolts here as well. 3 really good quality mounting brackets. I'm actually bummed that I couldn't use these with the type of roof that I've got, because these are pleasingly really heavy duty and a really good powder coat on there, so no rust issues. And then you get 4,000 of these awesome little ratchet strappies. These are my favorite. I love these things. I think they're awesome. So the good news is you get a whole bunch of these to go on basically every eyelet on the awning. So that'll make sense when we set it up, which I reckon we should probably nick back around the other side and do that now. So setup is dead easy. Here's the extra little straps and bits and pieces, the covers that I was talking about there before. It's just a matter of undoing those, running your zip all the way down. Pretty sort of basic stuff. Undo that one as well, so you've got lots of room there. Now, depending on how you travel with this, some people leave that there. I like flipping it well over, because if it's raining, I just find that if you've got that flapped all the way over like that, it kind of just adds a little bit of, you can kind of see it in there, a little bit of cover in here to your awning, so just a little bit more rain protection, but you do you. You can see there, it kind of blocks that part out. Really good Velcro straps in here. I've had this open and shut a whole bunch of times, and there's never any drama in, you know, having them too short or anything like that. This is probably a good idea right here. You can have a bit of a closer look at the big boy frame, and this is nice and sturdy in here, which is pretty good to see. Nice big bushes that sit in here to make it nice and easy to open. Some cheeky little lights. We'll have a look at that in a sec. These are the ratchet straps, so I normally just keep them in here just like this, so that they're already ready to go, and I just have 2 set up ready to go. They have a couple of big hooks on the top here, so little parts to put your hook, and they're ready to go. So I normally leave them in there, so you can literally then just walk these guys around. It will then just pull this guy as you go around, nice and easy. I've got it plumbed in so that it literally can drop right in there. And then, this is my favorite, these little ratcheties, you can just do that. It just auto locks. You've got this little handpiece here, you just push that. That will do when we pack it down. It looks a little bit like that, and it just loosens it off. So they're the best thing ever. And then you can come around here, make sure you're nice and taut. Probably sneak this in a little bit, but normally what I do is then in camp mode. Open those guys up, sits there perfectly on the top and gives me some cover there. We're pretty well ready to go here. If we come back around the other side, it's dead easy. This would probably take you all of 30 seconds. Got that guy ready to go on our outside hook as well. And then you just walk him around very similarly. I've got this kind of already on the right length. I normally drop him in my little hook here and then grab my leftover and do a bit of ratchety, and there you go. It is set up. So as far as how this guy works, it is a freestander, so you can basically leave him like this and you're good to go with some instant shade. I normally rip in here and get the side open on the actual awning as well, just to give me, you know, that full camp mode. And at that height, I'm finding at the top of the canopy with these brackets is we're just shy of the roof, so I can still get the canopy doors open all the way, which is pretty cool. Loads of space, as you can see. It does come all the way down to my aerial, which means nothing, to the front of the windscreen, so you're getting quite a massive space under shelter there, which is awesome. It does have zips all in the sides here as well, so no doubt there will be a wall kit coming out. We can see wall kit number 2. There's another one over here at wall kit numero 3, and there's another one at the front there for wall kit number 1. So keep an eye on the website as well if you are looking for a full wall kit. This is compatible by the looks of that. And it has the big boy zips in there as well, which is great to see. This flap is an interesting one. So we do have nice double stitched and gusseted straps everywhere. That's really good reinforcing to keep things nice and torn. This is pretty cool because over the side here, you can see that we've got some sail track in there, so you can slide this guy in and out. But this is kind of cool too, because you can pin this guy down and it just gives you an extra layer of protection from the weather. You can see that we normally have this big boy gap in here, but ta-da, with one of those guys, you're covering out a lot of that area there to stop the rain and bits and pieces coming in, even sun coming in from that way. So that's pretty cool. We can throw another strap down there, even connecting it up to your tire. Couldn't help it, I had to go get one. So I like the idea of that. Then you can tauten that down. So that's pretty cool. Haven't actually strapped that one down before. I've just left it flapping in the breeze, but now we've got a bit of a breeze, then that's kind of cool too. I like that. That's good. And then normally what I'll do, it is this freestanding, but the same as any awning. You can kind of see in here, we've got nice big struts. There's more of your gusseting that goes in all of the corners, which is really great to see. And then double stitching all on the top. So I reckon this guy is pretty good quality. You can see we're seam sealed all the way around in all of your seams. So water wise, this thing's going to go pretty well as well. Here's our big boy hinge. You can see we've got a multi-fold scenario going on here with your bushes in the middle, and then a double gusseted frame that runs all the way on each of those. So that's really good from a strength perspective. I can hang on here. I'm a good 90 kilos and we're not getting any movement there, so that's pretty cool. Even though it is full freestanding, and like you can see here, we're not windy at the moment, but it's going to sit there, no worries at all. Bit of breeze is fine. I almost always love chucking a peg down pole, just in case, because it's that gust that you don't expect that takes you out, right? So an extra pole, I normally just throw one down, and then particularly if I'm at the beach or anything like that, just an extra one of those little ratchet straps. You've got the little tie downs everywhere, even here in the middle. So these guys, you do exactly that. If it's starting to rain, we just peg that down and whooshka, there's your gutter, all the rain to run off, no worries. Now from a canvas perspective, it is a 320 GSM poly cotton, so it is fully UV protected. Is that UV 50, and it is that sort of camo color too, which is pretty cool. But definitely going to be keeping the sun out and a bit of heat too. It's pretty warm here today, but under here definitely a little bit cooler, so pretty good for keeping the sun off, but also a little bit of heat out. Now one thing I do want to show you, using my handy dandy little power bank here, because there's yet to be a power bank in there as part of the setup, but keep an eye on future videos. It has integrated lighting, so we can see full length lighting on that one, on that one, on that one, and around here over my cooking area on that one. So poles down obviously help here, but at night time this puts out a really good amount of light. So what you need is in the little pocket just here, you open this guy up, it's nice and integrated, and in there is your cabling that you need. You can see on the one side you got a nice little length if you're needing to run it down to 12 volts somewhere. USB on one side just there, and then you have 3 little connectors that are all nice and together, and then you have a longer one. Now what's the long one for? It's to run from there over to there. So dead easy to set up. They just clip in there a little bit like that. 1, 2, and 3 just in there like that. So that my power bank's on. I normally stash the power bank straight back into the little bag there up the top. Of course, if you're plugging it into your 12-volt system, no need. You got plenty of length there. But then you have some little buttons here, so you can turn on. Here we go. So we're all lit up there, and then we have brightness settings. So we can dim down, we can brighten it right up. So depending on what your vibe is, you then in the middle there have the mode button. And what that'll do is change some colors. So you can have a combo where it's orange and white, or you can go straight for your orange. So depending on what your preference is, you can cycle through those guys. And at night, you get a really good amount of light going on here. More than enough that if you don't have lighting set up on your canopy, maybe you got this guy on the side of a caravan or something like this, you get plenty of light right over the areas that you need and keeps everything all nice and lit up underneath the awning. Now, packing this guy up could not be easier as well. I need to make sure that everything is packed away. Of course, don't forget to pack away your lighting if you've had that set up. That's been caught out with that a couple of times. You can't forget that. We then just need to undo our bits and bobs. And I normally like keeping these attached so that next time I don't have to grab them out. I like the one on the wheel, so that'll be staying. And then to undo these little fancy little ratchety ones, you just have this little tab in here. So what you need to do is with your thumb, you just sort of grab on like that, and with your thumb you push out that way. And then when you do, it just loosens off really easily like that. I pull this one out of my little awning and walk him around, and then I normally hook it straight back on, so it's all nice and simple together. Then I can just bring him around, and then same story on the other side. Pull our little thumb ratchet there. You can see it's moving its way around. Don't go too far so it falls out, and then just walk him around. And then once they're kind of all in a bit of a hodgepodge here, you want to do the front first. So front first, just remember that. You can just walk it around so they're all together, and then with 2 hands at this part, it's going to be hard with the camera, push this guy in first and then grab your back and pull him around on the front. So it should be a little bit like that. You can grab this guy and then that lifts up and in just like that, so that they're all nice and compact. From there, it's just a matter of just pulling down on any of the excess material so it's sort of nice and squared out like that, like a bit of a sail, just like that. And then you want to start here, throw your ropes in, and then just start rolling it up. Keep it nice and tight, just like this. And then finally, with your other hand, you can see we have our 3 straps, one there, one over here, and then one down the end. Before you go pushing in too tight, with your left hand, grab that guy and pull him out so that it's easy to access once we push it in nice and tight. Then once you've done that, you can have your strap here ready to go, your strap on the top ready to go. Give that a final sort of torsion with your hand there and push forward, grab your strap through the loop and Velcro down into place, just like that. And then we just do the same, roll that guy up nice and tight on the middle, same on the rear. So it should look a little bit like that, all nice in place. And then it's just a matter of grabbing your bag, flipping him over the top, front and rear. So it's like that. I normally like keeping the zips down that end so there's no jingo jango down here near my window. So if you're doing that, it's just a nice zip the thing back into place. So there you go. That is a quick look at the new one from Tuff Terrain. That is their full 270 with integrated LED light bars. Pretty good bit of kit. If you check it out on the Outback Equipment website, link down below. Make sure you use my discount code to save some bucks if you're in the market. Well worth a look. But that's all for this one, guys. So as always, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.